Hello, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year in advance. I hope you are all doing well and everybody is doing great here. Welcome to Live App Live Broadcast. Today we're going to talk about statement of purpose. We're going to talk about statement of purpose, and then I know it's going to help you in your dream or in your journey to study abroad. So tell others to join us as we discuss about this important topic, statement of purpose. As we discuss about statement of purpose, is going to help us. Let's talk a bit about Life App. Life App is a family, YouTube family, that everybody is invited to be part of this family. Our main mission is to help everybody who is ready to study abroad, to work abroad, to live abroad. We're giving out the best possible information that we can find, giving out the best possible information that we can find out there. So be part of this family. If this is the first time you are hearing of Life App, please do well to subscribe and then hit the notification button because we put out information every day. You put out information every day on your journey to study abroad and then on your journey to work abroad or live abroad. Today we're looking at statement of purpose. If you want to study abroad, statement of purpose is one of the important things that you need. It is part of your application package. It's something that you need to submit. So it's very, very important in the application decision for you to be admitted into a university abroad is very, very important statement of purpose because your transcript, your degree, your work experience, they don't actually tell the admission committee who you are. They only see what you did over there. But the statement of purpose is what you are telling them that, yes, this is me. This is what I have done before. This is what I want to do. This is why I want to do this with you. So it's very, very important. So even some people says it is the admission application decision maker to be admitted. So that's how some people term it because they said statement of purpose for you to be admitted, it take like a higher percentage of your admission decision. So if you are planning to study abroad, do not take the statement of purpose as anything that you write anyhow. Please put all your maximum effort into it to write it. So that is why I'm going to go over some important things that you need to know about this statement of purpose when writing it. So let me officially define what statement of purpose is. Like it has been defined in so many ways, but I would simply say, like as the name statement of purpose, it is a statement that is defining why you want to study in that particular school and why you think you should be admitted. Why you think you should be admitted. So a reflection of your personality. That's your life. your career goals, your beliefs, your vision, putting it in a document form and presenting it to the admission committee. That is what all that statement of purpose is about. That's all that statement of purpose is about. But the important thing you need to know is I'm just giving you a general information on how to go about statement of purpose, a general information on how to go about statement of purpose. But anytime you plan to go to a particular school, please make sure check and see if they have a requirement or a guideline or a format for the statement of purpose. Most institutions have that on their website, so you need to follow that guideline and then just add up to what I'm telling you. It's going to be almost the same thing. But follow the institution guideline on how to write a statement of purpose, specifically the number of pages. In general, the number of pages for a statement of purpose should be 1 to 2 pages. It shouldn't be more than 1,000 words. From 800 to 1,000 words is okay for your statement of purpose. If your statement of purpose is too long, guess what? About thousands of applicants have sent in their application. And then we may have about, I don't know the number, but I'm assuming maybe let's assume a number of even 10, which I think it will be greater for an admission committee. So if they distribute 1,000 applicants to them, maybe each committee member is having 100 applicants. So you have to read through all those statements. So if it is too long, guess what? He's not going to read everything. But if it is brief with detailed information, then it's very, very catchy. Then he reads it. You know, if you have taught before, if you are reading a script from your student, and then you see from the beginning, you take your script, and then from the beginning, it is boring. Guess what you do? Put it aside. You put it aside. So make sure your introduction is catchy. It catches whoever reads it and want to know more. So your introduction should catch the person and then want to know more about you. And then it shouldn't be that long too. Shouldn't be that long too. So take note of that. Is very, very important. So like I said, check the university and see if they have a particular format for you to follow, a particular instruction. I know most universities will give you that instruction, but you should know that statement of purpose will vary from country to country. It will vary from university to university. I mean, the format and how to write. That's why I said it's important to check. And then it may vary from even program to program, degree to degree. If you are doing a PhD, your statement of purpose might be different from someone who is doing a master's degree. So you have to take note of all this. Specifically, those who are applying to multiple institutions. Don't just pick one statement of purpose from one institution to the other. You need to write a different statement of purpose. I'm not saying write a different thing, but write a statement of purpose specifically for each institution that you want to enroll in. So that is very, very important that you need to take note of. You need to take note of. So now let's go into it and see some of the things that you need to know in your statement of purpose, or you need to add to your statement of purpose. Like I said, your introduction. So your introduction should be catchy. Your introduction should be catchy. So you should have an introduction which introduce you. It tells something brief about you, who you are. It tells something brief about you, who you are, your background, what you have done before, and then what you want to do. Like it should be very brief, and then it should talk about your belief, what you believe in. It's not your belief as in like religious belief or something like that, but concerning your academics. I know like everything is in the world, so and then everything we are doing in the school too is related to what we are doing in our world. Then it's also important that you research, like write your statement of purpose along with the program that you want to do. For example, if apply for, let's say, mental health program, and then you are writing your statement of purpose and you are talking about something like you believe in how Europeans were able to come to Africa, and they like you talk something about politics or government, something like that, as your belief. You see, it doesn't match. It's a mismatch. So whoever reads it, you said you want to do something on mental health, and then even you don't believe anything. Like it's not that you don't believe anything, but you do not tell them. So if you're saying something, oh, I believe in helping people with mental issues, that is something that I believe in, and I wish it's so something like that. And then, oh, well, he's interested in that. So that should be something. And then make sure that your introduction will lead the reader to read the next paragraph, to want to know more about what you are saying. So you want to know more about what you are saying. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important. So it should mention about your goals, and then something about your background. Is it related to what you want to do? Even if it is not directly related to it, it should have some connections. It should have some connections. And now you can go and talk about your academic interest. Your academic interest. What is your academic interest? You have to look at that too. You have to talk of your goal, your future academic goals. Your future academic goals. Your future academic goals. So at this stage, it's very, very important that you research into the institution that you are applying to. And then look at the professors in that institution, specifically in the department that you want to go, their research work that they are doing, those that interest you. It's important you mention it. That, well, I'm interested in working as a mental health physician, something like that. There's an example. And then I could see Professor ABC doing this work, which I'm very, very passionate about. If it is something you've even you did it at your undergrad, at your research paper, or you've written at your graduate level, or you've had some, like, you've written something on that, you could say, I'm very much interested in what this professor is doing. And then even as I started doing something similar, you see? So guess what? If the person reading it see that, oh, he's interested in what we are doing in our school. And even if you are even fortunate, and then it is the professor that you mention his or her name that you are interested in, his or her work, he's the one reading your script. Guess what? Yeah, because he found somebody interested in his work. So that is very, very important to mention. You found somebody who is actually doing a research work. Graduate study is 90% research, if not 99%. It's 90% research. You have to read, dig for information, analyze them, put them together, solve a problem. So you have started doing that. Well, so he's somebody who can help us at this department because he actually likes reading. And even look, he's interested in what we are doing already. We need to get him on board. That is how it works. So that is very important. That is very important. And then one important thing that you need to also mention is your short and long-term goals. So after graduating, after 4 years, after 2 years, after 3 years that you've graduated from that institution, what is your goal? In 5 years' time, what do you want to achieve? In 10 years' time, even in 20 years' time? It's something that you could tell them. Something that you could tell them in your statement of purpose. So this is very, very important. It's very, very important. So these key ways or key things is what you need to do. You should also include your professional experience. If you have some professional experience, you should include it. I've said, I mentioned academic background, your professional experience. In some of my previous videos, I mentioned of we should make sure we have all our research papers that we did from our diploma, our degree, if you have done a master's, and for research paper, we should have them. If even not a full, we should have the topic, the abstract of it. So you could just mention it. But remember I said it should be 800 to 1,000 ways. So it's not that you're going to write all your abstract there or something. That might even be more than 1,000 ways. But you should mention them. Well, this is my academic background. I've worked on this topic before. Professionally, I've worked at this place and I've done this project before. So you should let them know all those things. So it is very, very important. The next thing you want to add up is, why do you want to study that course? That is also important. Why do you want to study that course, that program? Why do you want to study? So you should let the admission committee know why. And then you see they are all linked up with your goals. With your goals and then your background, your experience. So it should be a link up. If you don't have any link, then you should be able to explain to them to know that, well, though I don't have like my degree or my past experience, my academic background has not, like, it doesn't directly link. There should be a link. If even it's not direct, there should be a link. That because of this, that's why I chose this course. And then you see that will relate to your belief. Though maybe like I use mental health, for example, maybe my background academically or professionally have nothing to do with mental health, but I have passion for it. My belief is there. I've even done some work there before. So you see, you link it. Why? That is why I want to choose this course. Then it's important you mention about a sentence or two about why that university, because that course is being run by so many universities. So why that particular university? You should let them know. And it's all about the research because of what is happening there. Because I read and I saw this. Because I knew that, like, so you tell them what is actually there, and then they'll know that, well, you're really ready for the job. You're really ready for the school because you even know what is going on. You even mention people's name there and what they are doing. So that is very, very important. Important. So now you come to your conclusion. Your conclusion should focus on like a summary of all that you've said, and then your preparedness for the challenge that may come your way. Then the preparedness for the challenge that may come your way. So it's very, very important. So I'm not going to talk long on this. This is how the SOP, statement of purpose, go. Some school may ask you personal statement or motivational letter. Like it's quite different from statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is like a general statement that you like motivational letter you are writing to the department head or you are writing to the admission committee. So like the formats are different. So be specific. Know specifically what the institution is asking you for. The format might be different. What I'm talking about is the SOP. I just gave you a general overview of it. I might come back and then give you a detailed example of how to write it. And then if your SOP is good, your admission is guaranteed, and then scholarship is also guaranteed. You know, of late, most institutions give merit scholarship. So if they admit you, you get a scholarship. And then the competition is very key. That's why I said, take your time and write the SOP, prepare for it. And then after you finish writing the SOP, make sure you read over, and over. Make sure you do all necessary corrections. Give it to somebody to read it for you. Those who have done English, those who have majored in English, give it to them. Those you know they can edit your work, give it to them to edit it for you, because you don't want to have any grammatical error in there. Or even some people even pay professionals to edit their SOP for them. There's nothing wrong with that, because if your SOP contain grammatical errors and some errors in it, then it doesn't speak well of you to the admission committee. And I know that a lot of students have applied. So make sure you are doing all those things. Make sure you are doing all those things, because now there are softwares that you can install on your computer that will correct all your grammars, your spellings, and everything. It will correct them. So you can use those too. But it's all important that you give it to somebody to read it over 2, 3, 4 times. And then one important thing is, no, most of these admissions, you send them online. It's very, very important that you print a hard copy of your final work and read over. Because at times, I don't know how that happens, but at times, if you're reading from the screen, there are some errors, there are some mistakes that you don't see. But if you print it out and you read a hard copy, you get to see every mistakes there. You give it to other people to read a hard copy, you do the correction, you print it again. Make sure you are sending an error-free statement of purpose. statement of purpose. Yeah. So this is it for statement of purpose. This is just a general overview of how to go about it. If you write a strong statement of purpose, your admission is guaranteed, your scholarship is guaranteed. And then you should also note that statement of purpose is different from research proposal. Those who are applying for PhD or research-based masters, you will be asked to write a research proposal, and they'll give you guidelines on how to write a research proposal. And then mostly that will be the topic that your research topic that you'll be writing on. But that gets to change when admitted. A lot of students change it when they are admitted. So even if you have in mind to do your PhD or your master's, you should have some research down and start writing proposals there, because if you are finished with your master's, thinking of PhD, your first degree, you've done a research work before, so you know what a research proposal is. MPhil, you've all done research. Even you wrote research proposal before getting into those programs, so you know what that is about. That is different from statement of purpose. So this is very, very important. It's very key. Please do well to tell others about this. Hit the subscribe button. Let me hear from you if you want us to discuss on any other thing. Look at the other videos about admissions, free application fees, scholarship, working abroad, life in abroad, a whole lot of videos there here. We are here to help you, so let us know what you need help in. So until we meet next time, I wish you a Merry Christmas. See you next time.